A lot of debt for a dropout, a whole lot. A bad rap with the cops, cause I don't follow laws. Dropped the song a week last year, a few months and then I quit. I was waking up at 5 for some dude to watch me piss, cause I got caught up with drugs. I ain't bragging, that shit suck. I'm just saying I still drive, even with my full-time job. So when I log into Twitter and everybody want a bitch, I can't help but think like, dog, y'all can hashtag suck my dick. And
New podcast day.
Try things on occasion. Little bit of drink with the weird little money. Never say it's like a post of credit cards for every single girl.
What? What?
What are we on, 16?
I think so.
16, that's our number. Better be a good one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Podcast 16, new day, new attitude.
That's right. We're
new vibes.
It's Thursday evening right now. I pulled up. I was feeling real good. It's a nice night. I was like, oh, a little evening recording. I've already had a day. Got my energy up. It's not first thing in the morning. And then I sit down and Moe-T wants to talk about business.
Yeah.
For 40 minutes, and now I'm depressed.
So?
And now I need to get my energy back up.
Now who you fooling with that whack shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need to when we come in for the podcast, we need to just sit down, plug in, and go. Don't fill my mind with all this bullshit.
Stop being such a sissy.
God, just you're the Moe-T, the vibe ruiner.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about you.
False.
True.
Speaking of vibe ruining,
You can't handle the truth.
all right, you got too much time on your hands. You literally said true there just so you could do that.
No, I didn't actually. I've been having that on lock for a while now.
So I went to the movies last night.
What'd you see?
A Quiet Place.
How was it?
Good movie. But you know what? All I could talk about after was the fucking people sitting behind us just would not stop talking, commenting through the whole movie. And the movie.
Where'd you see it at?
NCG. And it's a relatively quiet movie. The movie's called A Quiet Place. Yeah, like there's not a lot of dialogue in it. So these people, like this woman behind us, just like, oh my god,
No.
Oh, this baby's about to cry.
No.
Like, yeah, you can hear it cry. Like,
Oh,
thank you. Like something will come up on a marker board, like written on the screen. It said like weaknesses or something like that, and they're literally reading it out loud. Like multiple times we were like, please shut the fuck up. And they were just oblivious. That's happened the last 2 times I've gone to the movies. People just doing that shit. I don't even want to go anymore. I'll just wait for that shit to come out. Watch it in the comfort of my own home.
Seriously though. That's pretty much the way that you got to do it now.
Shit's infuriating.
That shit is infuriating. Well, we got Mother's Day coming up.
Yes, we do.
That's Sunday. Nurses and Teachers Week was all week. You want to know how I know that?
You gonna answer your question or what?
I thought you were going to ask me.
You just asked yourself.
Why, Moe-T? Why do you know that?
Why do you know that, Moe-T?
Because my wife is a nurse, and she makes it very well known that this should be a week that is celebrated.
Please.
And I said, when is my week?
Yeah. When's Rapper Week?
Seriously.
You got any big plans for Mother's Day?
No. Just going to see our Madre.
We should probably come up with something.
Well, what do you mean? Like plan-wise?
To do for our mother on Mother's Day?
I was just going to get her a big gift. What do I need to do?
What are you going to get her? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see, you can't get all the inside moves. You're the favorite son anyway, so.
I know. I don't need to get her anything.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
I'm going to see Sleeve tomorrow. Hopefully going to play some golf on Saturday in Detroit, but it's supposed to be kind of shitty weather this weekend. I'm supposed to be in a scramble with Katie and A Nix and his girl tomorrow.
Wow.
Yep. Tomorrow, but it's supposed to be shitty weather tomorrow. So we're like signed up, but we're debating on like we don't have to pay till we get there. So we're debating. We'll probably just wake up tomorrow and determine if we want to go pay or not. But that's a lethal team if we can go.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day,
And it's supposed to be like a high of 47 or some shit.
Yeah, that shit might change tomorrow though.
Who knows? What else going on?
We're finally monetized.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while.
Well, we really haven't talked in a while.
We just talked about a lot of merch the other day.
Yeah.
Does this stop at any point?
No, it's a big deal.
Holy shit. Wow, you need a fade out or something.
No, that shit's dope.
Don't ever hit that button again.
Dope. So we okay, get this. So I email.
I'll get it.
I'm going back and forth with this YouTube woman that I have been going have an email thread with for the past month now. And so the last email that I sent her, I was like, I gave her links of our most viewed videos on YouTube. And I was like, hey, these videos, like a couple of them have over 1 million views. Some of them are close. Why are these not showing ads? Because with that amount of views and they constantly keep getting views, you cannot tell me that these are not supposed to show ads. So she's like, all right, I'll have my team look into it. I hear 2 days later, she sends me a screenshot of all 5 of those videos. And she's like, well, it looks like they're showing ads. And so I can't really do anything. Is there anything else I can do for you? And on the picture, there's ads like showing on the videos. And this is in the morning. So I get on my phone and I go look, and magically all of our videos are showing ads. But she didn't even say, oh, we fixed the problem or anything. She made me feel stupid for that
like
shit.
They've been showing ads the whole time.
That shit is so whack.
Yeah, that's terrible customer service.
That's so dumb. I was happy that they were showing ads, but...
Well, yeah, but pissed about the way they went about it. Yeah, that's a bad way to start that relationship.
Typical YouTube fashion, but
hey, at least the bottom line has been resolved.
And now we're getting 100% of our
I'm interested to see how this works out for us, because we were with Full Screen for so long. And, it's not like our YouTube channel just rolls in the dough, so we were never too worried about looking elsewhere, just, do our thing. And now I'm just interested to see how that works for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joel does AdSense too, and he's been pretty happy with it. So.
Oh, big news. I got a date for my braces. June 12th, they're coming off.
Wow.
No, that's the 12th, not the 6th.
Half of 12
No.
equals.
Okay, half of 12. We're really going to stretch it there to use that ad lib?
That's right.
Okay. Yep. 1 month, they're coming off. Then I got to have a retainer. I don't know how long I use that shit, but
that's going to be a while. I remember when I got, well.
Yeah, but it's different because I didn't have mine for very long.
It's not,
so,
yeah, it won't be the same.
But yeah, I'm psyched about that. Yeah, that's about it going on in my life right now.
So what everyone else is talking about is this childish made it. This is America.
Childish Gambino. Donald Glover.
I refer to him by his first name.
Gloria didn't know that Donald Glover made music.
I know. Dude, every time Childish Gambino comes out with something, I'm playing it, and I have to explain to Erin that this is the same person because she'll watch Atlanta with me, and I'll be like, this is the same person, and she still can't get the...
It is pretty crazy, though, because I get why you wouldn't know now because of how big of a... I don't want to say character because he's a real person, like how big of an icon or celebrity or personality Donald Glover has become outside of his Childish Gambino music. I can understand if you weren't in that realm hearing his music, how now you know who he is and all that stuff, but not know that, oh, this is his music. Like Gloria, for example, she loves Redbone,
Right.
but never knew. Like,
No, I
guess she
there's
didn't make
tons
the
of songs
connection.
that Aaron has in her playlist.
Yeah,
that-
but it is crazy. He's so talented, man. Like he goes and makes that album and Redbone, like that song, and then he goes and makes this song, and he's got all like he runs the gamut with that shit. Then he writes and acts and does comedy and
Right.
like, he's nuts, man. He's dancing in that video. What'd you think of the video?
I mean, super.
Amazing.
Yeah, like really well done. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing that I don't know how anyone could be negative on that video. I don't really.
That was sweet. And I mean, did you go into depth like researching all the you
I
did?
did.
What'd you find?
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's fun for me to read everything, but I don't even really want to comment on anything until he says anything about it because
people
it's
like
just
to go
all
slow,
yeah. And
I
it's
remember
just
when
like,
when Kendrick's Damn album came out and there were so
I
many
hate-
theories
I
about blah blah
hated
and
that.
none of it ended up being true.
Then it's all just like,
And a lot of it sounds like, oh, that actually could be a thing based off of what, but it's not.
Can you imagine being Donald Glover though and releasing this video and then seeing all these things that people
and
are
then you just
posting?
got to go pick the best one and be like, yep,
exactly.
that's what it was.
That's what I would do.
Hell yeah. But no, the video was awesome.
Yeah, it was super.
And I
dope.
think like the straight up obvious thing in it was like a gun violence and gun control thing. Other than that, like it's more of deep dive. Not that the other stuff isn't there, but you got to really like.
And I think there was some entertainment distracting from like issues in America type of a thing where like, you know,
Right.
you see all the
Like,
cool
this happens,
dancing
but
and like, yeah,
back
look,
to
look at the
regularly
entertainer
scheduled
in the
programming.
front and
Yeah.
forward. And then, but these are all the real issue type of a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
or even maybe like it could have been news or like any sort of entertainment. Like,
But yeah, it
in
was
the
super
centerfold.
super well done. Like his dancing, his acting in it, like the director, choreographer, they all killed that shit.
dude, it's crazy that was only that video. If you actually look at it, I'm pretty sure consisted of only like 3 or 4 cuts.
Yeah,
That's it.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like he goes the whole time till the choir comes out. Like the whole beginning till he goes into the room with the choir is one
Yeah.
cut, I think.
Yeah.
Then there's that. Then they got the last cut of him running.
Right. And then there's 2 very subtle
Okay.
cuts that I caught.
Yeah, I never even looked for that, but I'm just trying to go back and.
Well,
think about
they're
it,
making you think that it was,
Right.
but you can kind of tell the way that the camera like zooms into a specific spot so that they could cut with the same colors into like something else.
No, that was sweet. I don't know if the song is something I'll ever like go listen to,
No.
but
probably
it's
not.
it was made for a video, and they did an awesome job with the video. So props to him. That was dope. Did you see any of his SNL stuff? Because he hosted SNL the night that shit came out, which was kind of dope.
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean,
I thought people were, just based off my timeline and people I was hearing, I thought people were giving it a little too much credit. I watched basically all his skits, and I was like,
I didn't even see anybody talking about it.
a lot of people were like, oh, like he killed it. A lot of the best skits I've heard in a while. It was good. It wasn't like, did you see the Cleveland Cavs one?
Yeah, that was
funny. And that
good.
got left out. They got cut for time.
No.
Yeah, so they didn't even have it like on the actual SNL. So and
now
then
who you fooling with that whack shit?
and then the other one, Q's gonna start charging you copyright for that.
Yeah, bullshit. I mixed that shit.
And then the
And made the beat.
the Migos therapy
Russ style.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before I get to start out?
Yes.
We can't have you drinking during the podcast.
Why?
anymore.
I feel like this is way better.
The the Migos therapy one was mad funny. Did you see that?
I think
That
I
was
missed
funny.
that.
Check that one out. That was really funny. But
I
there
saw
were
the Cavs one.
and
I saw
the Cavs one was my second favorite, or those were my top 2. But the other ones, like the Kanye,
The
Something
Barbie
Place
one.
thing, the Barbie one, like they were just like they were good, but
Yeah,
they
I mean,
didn't. They weren't like making me laugh out loud type shit.
Yeah, I didn't see the Migos.
And that I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying I saw a lot of like extra love for it, and I was like, I've seen a lot of really funny SNL skits from people in the past, and these were not like in that pantheon.
No. But overall, I'm rarely ever impressed with SNL skits anymore. I'm just kind of
and I guess that's the thing. When people are praising it, I'm comparing it to like the best stuff. So, but it was solid. It wasn't like, wow, that sucked.
No, I didn't think they sucked. I was just kind of like,
Yeah. Well,
which is why I don't watch SNL. So.
Talented ass dude, man. That guy is crazy.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with him. Like that's kind of the problem I have with SNL is it's just like it's whatever skits that they either hit or they miss with that person that they have on the show. So
yeah,
it's not really the person's fault if they suck.
Yeah. No, that shit was great. What else is going on? Oh, speaking of the Cavs. Okay. I know you're not like into the NBA, whatever. So maybe this will just be like a rant for me for a minute. But I want to quickly touch on because with LeBron's success in the playoffs to this point, there's been a lot of talk about like LeBron being the GOAT and LeBron versus Jordan, all this shit, right? So I'm not going to get into like, is LeBron the GOAT, whatever, but I just have a few things that I like hear people bringing up that I need to get my thoughts out there. So like, I feel like this day and age, it's like extremes. There's no in the middle. So if I don't like slob LeBron, then I'm a LeBron hater, right? Mm-hmm. Not true, because I respect LeBron as one of the greatest players of all time. He's a great person. Like going through what he's gone through in the social media age, and like how pristine he's kept his reputation and image and everything like that, and upstanding and giving to charities and help, like all that. Great person. Like handles himself well.
Yeah.
But I don't like him. Like if I'm listing my favorite players in the NBA, he's not one of them, even though he's amazing at basketball. Because I just personally, I at the beginning, I didn't like how he like carried himself on the court, crying and flopping and stuff. And then like, I wish I had my phone. I want to bring up like, let me try to bring it up online. He like the way he talks about himself on social media sometimes. Let me look his, look up LeBron's Instagram for me while I'm talking.
Oh, is this the thing? Did he talk about Jordan recently?
I don't know. That's not what I was gonna bring up.
I feel like he did. LeBron's Instagram. Why am I doing that?
Because there's something in there that like really portrays what I'm talking about with how he like says things and stuff. I wrote down the date of his post. Are you on his Instagram?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm on here too. I'll find it. I gotta go back a little ways to find it. Okay, so like this, when you're asking me, no, I'm not saying he's a terrible person or a bad basketball player or anything like that. But if you're wondering why I'm not just in love with LeBron, it's stuff like this. Okay, so this was like mid-season. And this is an example of some, like he's done stuff like this before. Mm-hmm. When he went to Miami and he did the whole press conference and they did the whole like parade, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 championships. Like this is what we're gonna win. Okay, so the day he was gonna get 30,000 points. Mm-hmm. This was even he had a game that night, so he hadn't even gotten the record yet, but he was gonna get it that day. Like he just needed a few points.
Okay.
He makes an Instagram post of like, it looks like he's a freshman in high school or something, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to read it for you. Want to be one of the first to congratulate you on this accomplishment/achievement tonight. That you'll reach.
I saw this.
Only a handful has reached/seen it too. And while I know it's never been a goal of yours from the beginning, try, parentheses, please try to take a moment for yourself on how you've done it. The house you're about to be a part of has only 6 seats in it, parentheses, as of now. But one more will be added, and you should be very proud and honored to be invited inside. There's so many people to thank who has helped this even become possible, parentheses, so thank them all. And when you finally get your moment, parentheses, alone, to yourself, smile, look up to the higher skies, and say thank you. So with that said, congrats again, young king. One love. Strive for greatness, the kid from Akron. Okay. So the social media age, I am not mad at you doing your branding, whatever, like posting about this achievement you've gotten, right? It's the way you do it. Third person posting a picture of yourself saying, I want to be the first to congratulate you. Like, what? Like,
no, it's you.
Yeah.
Like that's
I'm not mad at you bringing attention to this achievement and making a post about it and being like, what an honor. Like, I can't believe I've done this. Like, I've come so far.
You come
do that. But the third person way
you come at it from a humble first person type of a way, being humble towards the achievement, not being like congratulating yourself,
dude. And it's crazy to start off a post about yourself being like, want to be one of the first to congratulate you, talking about yourself. That's crazy.
No.
Okay, so that's what I mean when I say I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. It's that type of shit, right? So, and then like, he got 2 of his championships teaming up with Bosh and Wade in Miami. Like, I'm not mad at him for leaving Cleveland. But, like, you got to admit, going to Miami, D-Wade had already won a championship without LeBron. So he goes and teams up with him. And, by the way, people forget Chris Bosh was one of the best power forwards in the game. He also went there at the same time. And they team up, and 2 out of 3 years they win the ship. Don't forget, this crazy good team lost to Dirk and the Mavs in the finals. So they were only 2 for 3, but whatever. Like, I'm not even like hating on that. I'm just saying, when you ask me why I don't like LeBron, like why I'm not one of his nuthuggers, as Dags would say, these are the reasons why. And people got to stop with the narrative this year that like LeBron is dragging this shitty team to the finals this year. Like, LeBron is far and away the best player on the planet, okay? So start with that.
Yeah.
Stop acting like Kevin Love isn't good. Like, people did that with Bosh too in Miami. They were both, at the time that they teamed up with LeBron, arguably the best power forwards in basketball. Like, when Kevin Love was with the Timberwolves, you could have said he was the best power forward in basketball.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking on a different role now with the Cavs, but that's just what it is. Like, the game changed. It's 3-point shooting, whatever. But like, he's an all-star. He's a great power forward. Name a better 1-2 punch than LeBron and Kevin Love in the East. I'll wait. Like, and to me, I don't even think it's close. Like, nobody has a better 1 than LeBron. Not even close. And then name a better 2. Lowry with the Raptors, Simmons with the Sixers. What rookies, Simmons and Tatum. Like, give me a better 2 to somebody's 1. So they easily have the best 1-2 punch in a star-driven league. And it's a 3-point shooting league. Kyle Korver's one of the best shooters of all time. Kevin Love knocks down threes. J.R. Smith, like, I'm not saying they're the best team ever assembled, but stop acting like he's just dragging bums to the finals like he did in his first stint with Cleveland when they lost to the Spurs. He dragged a group of bums then. This isn't a group of bums. You got the best 1-2 punch in the conference. So just chill with that, all right? Like, he's doing what we expect him to do as far as the success of the team. Now, how he's playing and hitting these game-winning shots and the stats he's putting up, amazing, which is why I think right now he is the second best player of all time. That's a compliment. That's not a fucking knock. I think he's the second best player of all time, and I personally think by the time he's done, he could be the best. Like, there will be an argument to be made. He's got time left. I'm not going to have that argument.
What needs to happen for him to do
more
that?
Championships, ideally, but by the time, I'm just saying, by the time he's done, his stats and his numbers will be off the charts. So then you'll have to sit back and be like, okay, how many championships did he win? How did he win them? Like, yeah, context matters. His championship that he won in Cleveland was way doper than the championships he won in Miami. But bottom line, he won championships. Like, it's still 3 championships. But I'm saying, I do think about those type of things. Like, I'm not one of those that says Jordan has 6 championships. I'm not one of those that says LeBron has to get to 6 to be considered as good as MJ. If he got to 4 or 5, but there were other circumstances, like, dude, the Warriors are ridiculous right now. So if LeBron can't get over that hump with the Warriors and that team remains the same, that's going to be really hard to hold against him. Like, who the hell is going to beat that team? It's amazing that they already beat them once, but granted, that was before Durant. But that's the other thing. People act like that was a David versus Goliath championship. It was amazing. The performance LeBron put up in the finals, the fact that they beat that wasn't the year they won 70 some, but yeah, it was. They won like the Warriors won 70 some games in the regular season, and the Cavs beat them. Amazing. But people act like it's David versus Goliath. Like, again, star-driven league. LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love versus Steph, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Durant wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
So, or am I wrong? Yeah, Durant wasn't there yet.
Durant wasn't there.
So, like, honestly, give me those Cleveland guys over those top three Golden State guys. But then they've been together longer. They're better coached. They're a better team. I'm not saying that's not the case, but like, damn. Just chill with the whole David versus Goliath thing.
Yeah.
Kyrie went off in that finals. But last but not least, okay, this is my last comment on it. And this is kind of in LeBron's defense. Because I hate, like, there's some aspects of this LeBron versus Jordan thing that I just hate. I hate that it's even being such a big thing before LeBron's career is done. Like, you're comparing LeBron to a guy whose career is done. LeBron is still playing amazing right now and has years left in his career. Like, LeBron didn't win as many championships. He's got time, so just chill. The other thing to me, though, is the finals record talk. Jordan was undefeated in the finals, 6-0. LeBron's like 3-5 or some shit. You cannot control how the league is arranged in the time you're in it. LeBron has a weak-ass Eastern Conference, but the Western Conference is stacked.
Right.
Jordan had a tougher Eastern Conference, and the Western Conference wasn't as stacked as LeBron's is.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't hold LeBron's 3-5 finals record against him, and I don't say Jordan's amazing for being 6-0. But I also don't slob LeBron's knob for getting to the finals a million times. Like, it works both ways. You either win the finals or you don't. Because at the end of the day, you got to go through every team, you got to beat the best, and you're the one standing at the end. So I don't care if you got to the finals a million times, if you're undefeated in the finals. Did you win the ship? Because the cards aren't laid out for everyone the same way in every era of basketball.
No, and also the talent isn't either. Like, the thing, here's my bottom line with the whole LeBron versus Jordan thing. And maybe this is stupid, maybe it's not, but it's the way that I view it, and I think it's an actual, like, a lot of people like to think, oh, like, it doesn't matter, it's the NBA. Dude, based off of how college basketball is and the NBA is and just the talent and how we even, like, train and bring up basketball talent this day and age compared to when Jordan was coming up and stuff like that, it's leaps and bounds ahead of what it was back in the day. Mm-hmm. Like, we have better basketball players all around.
Oh, yeah. Like, athletically, just people
athletic
are more athletic
beasts.
Yeah.
Like, insane. And probably some of these dudes are on insane drugs that we can't even, like, fathom or anything like that. So,
I'm not going to go there. But.
Well, I don't know. But the thing is, like, we are a culture where, like, think about how much these guys are getting paid, too. Like, basketball has become this, like, worldwide, like, insane thing. Whereas, like, yeah, it still was back in the day, but not what it is now.
Yeah, well, and just, like, that's a whole nother argument to me that...
But the only reason why I bring that up is because you have to think the pool of talent in the NBA right now, overall, all teams, is leaps and bounds
okay, but
what it was
I
back
disagree with you here.
No,
not in that point. But where I think you're going with it, where I disagree with you is you can only compare people against their era. So I hate when people say Michael Jordan was playing against guys that, like, weren't on his level, like, athletically, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that means Jordan was amazing. If he was that much better than everyone else, because he is from that era.
Agreed, but that's why when you're having the Jordan-LeBron argument, you have to establish terms then. You have to literally just be like, okay, what are we arguing about? Is it literally the best basketball player ever to walk the earth? Or is it who was the best in their era?
Well, I always think, and that's the thing. That's why I don't love this debate anyway, because it's subjective. Like, you'll never be able to say, like, I can definitively say LeBron James is better than J.R. Smith. Like, that's objective. He just is better.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like, comparing LeBron and Jordan, it'll always be subjective. But I do think the best argument you can have, and the only one I'll really get into like debating, is greatness, because then you start to talk about like rings and championships and stuff like that. Because if you're literally talking about who's the best basketball player, period, and anyone wants to bring up championships, I don't give a shit.
No, right.
Because
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
Russell Westbrook might never win a championship because he might just stick it out with OKC and whatever. He's an amazing basketball player.
Right.
But he might never win a championship. It doesn't affect how good of a basketball player he is.
No, right.
But that's why you talk about greatness, because to me that is winning. That's like affecting the people around you. That's just like the impact you had on basketball, like these things. Plus, obviously, the big factor, how good you are.
That's fine, but the only thing
like,
that I will
just for example, I think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. I think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now. I think Aaron Rodgers might be the best.
Okay.
Like, he can probably throw the ball better than Tom Brady.
Yeah, but we're talking about closer eras there, though, too. Like,
No. I'm just saying the difference between great and best.
Yeah. All that I'm saying with the Jordan, LeBron, and trust me, I hate LeBron for the same reasons that you hate him, and
I don't hate him.
not hate him, but dislike him.
Yeah.
And I dislike Jordan for other reasons. Like, I have no horse in this race. The only thing that I can say that my mind will let me wrap my head around is literally just like, you can't argue the fact that if we're literally talking about even greatest, to me, my head can't get wrapped around the fact that, like, when you're playing against, see, because when I say worst, it sounds like I'm being like, worst, like they're in the NBA, like, what are you talking about? Like, they're like, no, I'm saying the talent pool was slightly less talented than what's today. So a good basketball player could rise higher and get more accolades in that era than they potentially could in this era. So as basketball players keep getting better and better, the potential to be as great as Michael Jordan goes down, because no one can match what he did because the talent pool is so wide.
Maybe, but I think we're literally looking at it with LeBron. Like,
we'll see.
I
we'll
think,
see.
But I think I think LeBron is like, yeah, you can pick and choose. Do you prefer LeBron or Jordan, whatever? LeBron is the Jordan of this era. Like, LeBron is that much better. That, like, Kevin Durant is an amazing basketball player. He's like 7 feet tall, can handle, can shoot from the outside, like, ridiculous freak.
Okay.
LeBron is that much better than him.
Yes.
LeBron is the Jordan of this era. He has separated him, like you say, how good all basketball players are right now. LeBron has separated himself as that much better.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying it isn't like you would have thought back in the day. Like, you're saying it's so hard to separate yourself now. I think it's hard in any era. Like, there was only one Jordan. There's only one LeBron.
No, but there's always one. There's always, especially in basketball, just the nature of the sport. There's always the all-star on the team. There's always, like,
Yeah, but that's not LeBron and Jordan.
no. But what I'm saying is, you can always point to that guy that was technically what the world thought was better than everybody else in any era.
Yeah, but that doesn't always make them the best of all time. Like,
No,
before
no,
LeBron
I'm
came
not-
in, it was probably like Kobe or something.
I'm not saying that. All that I'm saying is that, like, you're using the argument that, like, Jordan was better than everybody else and LeBron is better than everybody else now. Like, but there's always that. Always.
I guess.
Especially in basketball. More so in basketball than any other sport.
Maybe.
It's the nature of basketball.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, we will. We'll see, but that's...
And I got to correct myself, because I was even thinking as I'm just kind of spitballing here, like, off the top of my head. So, like, when I was talking about the Cavs beating the Warriors in the championship, and I was like, was Durant on that team? Because I was thinking, why was it such a David versus Goliath? When I'm thinking,
Was he or wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. But Kevin Love was hurt.
Oh.
Kevin Love was out. So that's why it was like the Kyrie LeBron show.
Yeah.
And like I said, amazing championship. Like, not taking anything away.
Yeah.
But I am just like Steph, Draymond, Clay versus LeBron, Kyrie. and company. Like, yeah, you definitely give it to Golden State, but it's not like it's just LeBron dragging the world behind him. Like, Kyrie balled and hit the biggest shot of the series.
I from the get-go do not like the whole LeBron, everyone's on LeBron's shoulders and he's literally just dragging everybody along. Like,
that's what he was doing until he went to Miami. Like, I'll give you that.
True.
He had shit.
Yes.
That's why I don't blame him for leaving Cleveland the first time.
True.
Like, I don't blame him at all. He was dragging bums to the finals and getting beat because it's like, you know, what do you want me to do? Get me some help.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure.
But then he's gotten lots of help.
Yeah. Yeah, tons of help.
Not to mention when he's in Miami, Cleveland's sucking, getting Kyrie Irving in the draft, getting Andrew Wiggins and trading him for Kevin Love. So then he goes back to Cleveland and they've got all these players. Like,
but that's the hilarious. That's why on our last podcast I was like, so ESPN thinks that LeBron is cashed as a headline when you're the all-star on your team.
LeBron is cashed.
You remember when I was like, ESPN's like making a big deal of LeBron did everything and now he's tired.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was like a headline, and it's like, yeah. It was a long series, and he's tired now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
I bet Russell Westbrook is tired every night. Dude.
But the thing is, it's right. You're the star. You're the one. You put up the most points anyway.
Yeah. That
you do the most work. You're the better player.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's the reason I need to talk about this stuff. It's because of the LeBron Nuthuggers. It's not because, like, I think LeBron is the second best player ever and could possibly end up being the best ever when he's done. So I am not discounting the stuff he's done.
No.
You can never accuse me of that. But I don't love the guy because of all those reasons, and I hate some of these LeBron versus Jordan arguments that are made because they just don't make any sense.
Well, that's the thing. The only sense that the only objective or the only concrete, like, facts that you could use in this argument is stuff like you were saying, championships, things you can actually count.
Right.
Not like,
and like I said, not to just keep repeating the same thing, but that's when it gets
subjective, like, whatever, like,
and that's when it'll get tricky is
like talent, like what I was bringing up. It's like, you can never prove that. Right. There are certain things that I can bring up that may lead somebody to think that way, and it might be correct.
And that's why people lean on stuff like championships, but the whole finals record shit needs to stop. Like, if Jordan ran into, like, Steph, Durant, Klay Thompson, and Draymond in the finals, Jordan's getting beat.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So people, you need to add context to the shit you're talking about, and that's why I hated Durant going to the Warriors. Like, they're unfair. Like, I'm excited for this Rockets Warriors series because the Rockets are dope right now, but like maybe Chris Paul never even goes there if the Warriors aren't so good. I don't know, but I'm just saying that might be the most talented team ever. Like, that starting five they can roll out with Draymond, Iguodala, not starting five, but that lineup: Klay Thompson, Steph, and Durant.
Yeah,
that might be the best five anyone's ever rolled out on the basketball court together.
Exactly.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's the most sports talk we'll probably ever do on a podcast. But I just had to. There's so much of that flying around in the playoffs right now that I just think I need to get my opinion out.
Because the bottom line is, it's such a stupid argument. It's literally just, are you wanting to have a subjective argument, or are you wanting to have a fact-based driven argument? Because the bottom line is, Jordan wins the fact-based all the time. Because you can
basically because of the championships.
Well, that's like, what else are you supposed to base it on?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I don't just base it off of that. So by the time the career is done, we'll see. But there's no point in arguing two careers when one is going on.
Yeah, right. Dope.
That's your favorite transition. Dope.
Well, now that we killed LeBron,
I that's the thing I hate. Like, I'm not trying to kill him at all. Me saying he's the second best player of all time and could possibly be the first is not killing him. I'm just allowed to not like him. There's a lot of guys that I don't like.
Yeah, I mean,
you got anything to talk about, or is it all going to be me today?
Jeez, what the hell?
Well, you just keep.
I brought tons of stuff to this podcast.
Wow. You just keep throwing out random sound effects to like fill time.
Bullshit. I brought up the first like 4 things that we talked about.
What? Yeah, because I wasn't going to talk about Donald Glover.
Why not?
Like that wasn't the most popular thing that happened in music.
Oh, well, I mean, I brought it up.
Okay, good job. What else?
I literally had NBA playoffs right here.
Well, I took care of that for you. What were you going to talk about with the NBA playoffs? You were going to go, NBA playoffs are going on.
No, I wasn't.
So there's that.
Nice gun. No. Well, I have a tech thing that I would like to talk about.
No, I got a better one.
Come on, this is crazy. This you will appreciate.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Google just had, I forget what the Google calls their shit. I can't, like their little like whatever when they show the new technology that they're like working on or whatever. Yeah,
or does, I mean.
Right. So on Android phones and I think like Google apps or something like that, they're working on this technology that you can literally call upon the Google Assistant. It's like Siri, like the Hey Google thing. And you can say, I need a haircut appointment at 4:00. And then Google Assistant in the background on your phone will call the barbershop and talk to somebody as if it's like, dude, you have to listen to this shit.
Wow.
This shit is like,
I saw tweets about this today, but I
this is like insane.
For all
I can't even like. I when I first saw the first demo, I was like, this is not real. This is okay. Let me see.
The background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you.
Listen to this shit.
Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm.
That shit is like
Sure,
AI.
What time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect.
No.
So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That shit is crazy. Wow.
Yo, listen to this next one though. They call. Hold up.
That
I'm
was
terrified.
a small restaurant which is not easily
Listen.
available to book.
Listen to this shit.
See how may I hear you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people? When?
Yeah, wow.
Tonight?
Next Wednesday?
Like
at
she
6
misunderstood
p.m.
and he
Yeah.
corrected her.
Oh, actually we leave there for like upper like 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually?
I wouldn't even know how to
be
answer.
seated?
What the fuck?
When tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye bye.
No.
That's wild. So how it like that first one though?
Yeah.
How is it set in like when she said we have a she asked for something at like 12:45 and the salon person said like we have 1:15 and she was like, well, what about between 10 and something?
Mm-hmm.
How do they know that the first thing wasn't okay and that they should go check between 10 and like how do you ahead of time
Because
say what you want?
I didn't play the first part. They asked the assistant, I need to make an appointment between like I think it was like 9 and 1 or
So
something.
you give a
like that.
range, and
Like,
as long as it's in that range,
they'll
it's
yeah,
wow.
exactly.
Yeah, that's one of those things that like initially I'd be scared to use it. Like I'm gonna have this thing book an appointment for me. Like what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But you can
I'd
tell.
be
like,
more
in a-
scared if I was a business that
Yeah.
we're gonna have these things calling us now.
Right.
Like,
You're gonna actually be like, oh, that was a sexy voice. I'm gonna see who this is when they come in.
no, that was just my Google Assistant.
Right. I'm about to have that thing call mom and just have conversations with her sometime.
Dang.
Happy Mother's Day. How is your day going? I'm just on the golf course.
Yeah, right. That was wild. That Chinese place though, that was wild.
Yeah, like half the time I didn't know what to say.
That was an awkward conversation
Yeah.
that I was just
But it was handled well. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's wild.
yeah, but apparently that's happening soon. So
Damn. So that's kind of a big thing.
So I'm ditching my iPhone and I'm getting a Google phone.
I was gonna say how.
No, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't. It would take a lot for you to do that.
Well, think about all the shit that I would have to like transfer off of there. Like, I have even like our business mixing on Logic and how
Oh, I
things
know,
work with
yeah.
Apple.
But no,
stuff, there
that's-
would be no way.
That's really
that.
that's tight though. Technology, man, it's crazy. It's
And
how long do you think? I know there's already things today, so you could say today, I guess. But how long do you think before technology really gets scary?
I think we're at the beginning stages right now.
Yeah, you think within like the next decade?
Well, yeah,
Because I'm saying stuff like that, we're still at the beginning stages of it. Stuff like robots, and so we're still at the beginning stages of it all. So it's not scary yet. Like the things that are out there aren't scary yet. Once they start really being implemented,
yeah, it's all about decision making. It's all about
Right,
how
I
they
know.
perceive the world. So
Right.
it's as soon as they can start making them, like, dude, they had a conversation with the Chinese restaurant better than what I could do.
yeah.
That's when it starts to get scary.
I said next Wednesday, whore.
That should freak me out, though. Honestly, I didn't think we were there.
I'm about
yet.
so
I didn't think we
I'm
were
about to have to
quite
start
there
saying
yet.
like on when people call from numbers I don't know, I'm gonna literally have to start saying crazy shit to try to check if it's a AI.
This is Google, isn't it? Bitch, admit it. You're Google. That shit's wild.
So did you hear about Spotify's new
Policy.
yeah.
I had that too.
Nice. Beat you to it. I'll stop giving you shit for not having shit. I just feel like you don't have shit when you're just making sound effects instead of like bringing up topics.
I'm trying. What are you talking about?
Like after I talked about the LeBron stuff, you just kept making sound effects, and I was like, okay, like, do we got anything?
Well, I thought you were taking your shots, so I was adding to
No,
it.
you're good. I'll stop coming at you for it. But yeah, so for those that don't know, they basically, it just happened today, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't researched it a ton, but from what I understand, they have taken. I know they've taken R. Kelly and XXX Tentacion's music off of their playlists.
What did they call it?
What, their policy?
Yeah. It was something like hate. It wasn't hate speech. It was like hateful conduct. Whatever that means.
Yeah, hate content and hateful conduct policy. I mean,
Is that like, okay, we all know R. Kelly is like an absurd, terrible human
Yeah.
being. But
PP's on kids.
yeah, I want to know though, what are the, I hate when people use terms like hateful conduct.
Yeah, it's very vague.
That sounds like hate speech to me, and it sounds vague.
Well, yeah,
and
it's very vague. I guess that's the thing is, in the small amount of time that I've been aware of this policy and have been thinking about it.
Just so everyone
Go
knows,
ahead.
I'm way on removing all of R. Kelly's shit from whatever they're trying to promote because I thought that should have been done a long time ago. But I'm saying how this affects others in the future. If it affects others in the future. Maybe they're just saying R. Kelly's the standard and whoever does shit like R. Kelly is.
See, here's where
I don't know.
Here's where it's tricky to me. You're never going to be able to just draw a line in the sand.
No, right.
Like there's always
when you use
like
terms
you
like
already
hateful
get
conduct.
like I guess XXX Tentacion's people are already emailing Spotify like, so are you going to take down this artist and this artist and this artist and this artist and this, because I don't even think like he's been officially convicted of this stuff, but he's had zillions of cases and issues and stuff like that. Like
Right.
he's obviously in some fucked up shit.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying I don't know that they can necessarily draw a line in the sand and say, if you do this, you will not be on our playlists. Like it's always going to be a subjective, vague thing.
I mean,
Which-
I don't think they can.
Right, which makes it tricky then to do. Because you're always going to have then artists being like, well, why am I not being on your playlist when so-and-so is? But then I take the next step and I say, you know what? Spotify is a business. If they were completely taking your music down from the platform, I would say, wow, yeah, I don't know about that. But if they're just choosing not to work with artists with their content and program it and playlist it and do marketing campaigns with these artists, that is completely their prerogative.
Yeah. It's tough because I don't know enough about how certain things work as far as like I always compare this to like newsstands. Like back in the day. Or even now, whatever. Not that anyone reads newspapers anymore, but whatever. Let's just say that like who owns the newsstands? Like the public newsstands, not the guys that are selling them outside in New York or whatever with their own like privately owned shit. Like who stocks and piles and like owns the newsstands? If they block a certain newspaper, is that blocking a certain freedom?
But that's what I'm saying. If Spotify was taking these guys' music off of Spotify, then I would possibly have an issue with it. They're just not pushing it on the Spotify playlist.
I see what you're saying.
You can go to
they're choosing to not promote them on their
You
thing,
can go to
but
R. Kelly's page and his music is there.
they're treating it like, yeah, okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah, and that's why when I read it, I was like, okay, whatever. But they're going to have a hard time drawing the line in the sand as far as what they're...
And I agree they're going to have a hard time drawing the line in the sand, but that's where I'm like, that's their problem. They get to choose who they align with.
Well, yeah,
it's same shit with any business. Like, I think any business is like, I don't want to hire this person, or I don't want to align myself or partner with this person because of this. But it doesn't mean that like someone with similar circumstances, you might not. It isn't a line. It isn't just black and white. So they get to choose. And it might suck for artists that they choose not to. Some artists might get lucky and they stick with them. From what I understand, they're not just saying anyone that's been accused of sexual misconduct or anything like that, we're taking you out, because there's so many new age artists that are
The problem is
have
they're-
issues like that.
They're not really saying anything, though. Like, that's
Right.
the thing.
They're just removing
They're
songs.
saying hateful conduct.
And then they're just removing songs.
It's like Facebook saying we're going to remove hate speech.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone that offends anything that offends anybody is going to be removed then.
I'm interested to see like someone like XXX Tentacion. I feel like I'm not super familiar with him because I don't really love his music. And I hate him as a person, what he seems to be. I'm interested to see if this sticks, how that affects his career, because artists like him I feel like have really blown up off of Apple Music and Spotify playlists.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know what that'll do. It might really, like, not to be extreme, but if that sticks, that could like end his career, at least trajectory wise. Like, he could be blah, 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 and this Spotify thing right now could be like, boom.
Yeah, if Spotify
Like, he will
follows-
never get bigger than he
if
is right
Spotify
now.
follows through for sure.
Right. It's a big deal. And with all the sexual misconduct bullshit that all these new artists are like doing, I mean, good for Spotify, because
No,
maybe
this
it'll
is
be
great.
maybe
Like,
it'll be a wake up call to, like, not that it's sad that it would take the shit affecting their business for these guys to not be fuckheads.
right.
But if that's what it takes, then, and it makes the world a fucking better place, like, and these guys start acting right, then so be it.
Yeah, as long that's kind of my thing. Is it's just like, I think Spotify, the platform itself, this is separate from the playlist, because I view the playlist as something that's more of a platform. Like, the app is the base.
Yes.
The playlist is the platform the bigger artists can speak on,
Right.
because Spotify lets them do so.
It's like radio.
And so that's why I'm just like, let's just hope this just stays a playlist thing, because
And I would imagine it will, because I don't think they want to get
because
on that.
as much as
I don't think they want to go down that road.
as much as, you know, I'm just, R. Kelly is the worst person ever. Like, it's up to the people to not play his shit. Like, Spotify
Yeah.
shouldn't be making that decision.
Exactly. He makes music. He's not even in prison.
Right.
Like, he makes music. People listen to it. Yeah, it shouldn't be Spotify's call to say he's not on our platform.
Right.
Because then, and I don't think they will, because then they get into a super
I would hope not.
tricky situation.
I would hope not.
Right. And I don't think they will. But yeah, like you said, my music is on Spotify. I get to use their platform. I don't get on their playlists and stuff. It's a privilege to be
right.
on these playlists.
And that's fine.
It's not something as X artist that you should just expect.
No.
They get to choose
Right.
whether you're on there or not.
Honestly, I think they should kind of fall back on just co-signing everything that's on the radio, because
Right.
that's how they started out, and that's how they became popular.
And part of their problem is they've done so much co-signing of the same people over and over
Yeah.
that now you get people like this where you take it away and it's like, well, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, they should be looking at everything they get from it as like, awesome.
Right.
Dope. Glad that got on there.
Right. And why are you co-signing? Because the hip-hop world wants you to fuck. Like,
Yeah,
that's...
or who knows? Spotify might be getting into the label pay.
well, I'm sure they are,
now,
too.
so.
I'm sure they are. I think they might need to go back to their roots on some sort of thing. But that's why whenever I see the hateful conduct type of comments on why businesses make rules, I start to get a little worried.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just like,
It's so vague.
yeah, and like I
It's
see,
like the Facebook issue, like, you know.
but that's what I'm
of hate
saying is
speech.
I can't help but see all over the place now. Facebook is the biggest example right now of just Facebook is doing things that, like, they're removing shit that they shouldn't be removing.
Right.
That gets dangerous. That is not the way that these companies
Right.
should work.
And yeah, like you said, it's not that you have an issue with R. Kelly and Triple X's stuff getting removed. It's like, where does that go from there?
Yeah.
What happens when like so-and-so stuff doesn't get playlisted because of a reason that really shouldn't be a reason?
But I can open my mind enough to be like, oh, because just because I don't like R. Kelly doesn't mean that everyone else should have to not listen to their music.
But that's why
I am not God.
Right.
I do not decide what people
like,
listen
when I
to.
compare it to the Facebook thing, though, Facebook is removing these posts from Facebook. If Facebook decided not to highlight these posts and put them on like official Facebook threads,
Right.
but they were still existed on these people's pages,
If Facebook had playlists,
right?
then-
Like if I posted something that was quote unquote hate speech on Facebook, right? And let's say Facebook had some news feed that was like popular posts or what's going on, whatever. And my comments a lot of times were up there. But all of a sudden they're not putting my stuff up there because of hate speech, but it still exists on my page and people can view it on my page. Fine. That's how I look at the Spotify thing.
here's a question for you though. and I struggle with this. So let's say I post something on Facebook and I buy ads.
Mm-hmm.
Or this could go to YouTube too. I'm a YouTube partner.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And because of what I'm talking about in my video, YouTube chooses to not monetize that video. And therefore, I can't even get to my fans as easily as I could if it was monetized.
Right.
Is that right?
I don't think so. And it depends on what you claim as a platform. Like Facebook and YouTube, from what I understand, claim to be all-inclusive,
Yeah, and they do.
Public.
And they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So, then no, I don't think that's right.
And I
But
guess
from the start, like when a business starts out, they can be whatever they want to be.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
If you choose to take certain things down and not monetize,
if
whatever.
you were claiming that
But if you
this is
get-
a place for only this type of
if
speech.
you get to
and-
YouTube levels and Facebook levels and claim to be all inclusive
Yeah.
and publicly, then you shouldn't be doing that.
That would shit on their entire business.
And all you should do is have like an exceptional, like whatever the term would be, exceptionally fucked up content that just gets straight up removed from the platform.
Well, always.
I know, right? Like porn and like stuff like that. But
Violent
right?
shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Other than that, there shouldn't even be like I'm going to monetize this and not monetize this. It should just be, is it up on the platform or is it not? And if it's up, it should be able to be monetized.
Yeah, it should be treated like everybody else's. That's what I think.
Yep.
But I think we're getting into a dangerous precedent now that these companies are deciding, and that's why I use the newsstand analogy, is because I don't know how to view these platforms. Like, most of me thinks the way that you do, as far as like they're their own platforms. If YouTube came out and they said, we're this type of a platform, if you're posting other types of ideas on here,
Right.
you're done.
Right.
That's one thing. But I think YouTube has grown so much so to the point where I think they have to be viewed as a newsstand.
Yeah, and I know for a fact Zuckerberg has come out and said we want to be all inclusive, whatever. But as an example,
I'm sure Google has
I
done the same thing.
I would assume so too. But as an example, if Zuckerberg said, "No, we reserve the right to delete content that we don't like," then they have every right to delete content that they don't like. He started Facebook. It's his business.
As long as they make that absurdly clear.
Right. But the reason they don't is because people
That's
will
what I'm
stop
saying,
using
though.
it. But it has to be one or the other. It can't be you say that you're all inclusive, but then
It has to be present everywhere too. You can't just like come out in a press conference and be like, Facebook is this, because that's not getting to like half of your users out there that aren't paying attention anywhere or anything. That literally has to be in your app.
if you're not gonna be all
You
inclusive.
have to make it damn clear that is what it is.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just another shady move. Hell yeah, we'll do a press conference. That way only 500,000 Americans are going to see this shit.
Yeah.
And half of them are even going to understand what the
Well, I
hell
guess
it
you
even
would
means.
still hope something like that would spread eventually, though. Like it would be a long process.
You would
but it
hope, but that's a really shitty business practice. If they
Yeah.
build, and they get all these users in the knowledge that they think
Right.
that this is an all-inclusive place, and then all of a sudden, when they're the biggest company in the world, they decide to switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. Like with this, as far as to take it back around to where we started, the Spotify thing. Do you agree with me then that I come from the standpoint of good for Spotify with the playlist thing. Stop pushing guys that are pieces of
Spotify
shit.
playlists are completely different.
Stop pushing guys that are pieces of shit, because you're co-signing them. You are making them successful.
Right.
But allow them to use your platform to reach their people, to listen to, like, if I'm a Triple X fan and I want to listen to his music and I'm a because that's the thing. You have users, right? So let's say I'm a Tentacion fan. I pay my $10 a month for Spotify. You can't just go take his music down then because you felt like it, and now I can't listen to my favorite artist's music anymore.
Right.
But you can stop pushing him on your playlist.
Exactly. And I think Spotify's smart right now to do it now before the precedent is set that playlists become almost like a news feed on Facebook, almost like it's something that for these major artists, if you don't get put on a Spotify playlist, it is like silencing you at this point,
Right.
Because then it gets into the
Right. They're still in that gray area where
they're
they can,
still in, and they still can set the precedent that no, this is the grandstand that we put you on. This has nothing to do with anybody else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds because it's going to start affecting more artists. The artists that it is affecting now are going to give a lot of pushback because they know how important it is to them.
Oh, yeah.
So there's going to be pushback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
Those
sure.
are the two names I saw thrown around today, though. I don't know if there's others or...
That's probably all they're wanting to deal with right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they have their eyes
They
set
probably
on
just went
others.
with the two biggest fuckheads they could think of
Yeah.
and figured they'd see what happened.
Exactly.
My notes are clean. That's it for me. You're loving the sound effects today.
I am.
That one beer got you faded?
No, I just feel way more on it today.
I do like the evening vibe.
Yeah, I feel like I'm way more prepared and energized, and I just want to make it known.
I've had a day of thoughts.
We didn't talk about G-Eazy being arrested.
I didn't hear about it.
What?
I didn't.
No. That was going all over like the hip-hop blogs and stuff like
What
that.
happened?
I think he got arrested in Sweden with like cocaine possession. It started a fight in some club,
Really?
but getting arrested overseas is not.
No, that's
The best.
bad. That's a bad look.
And that's why it made like news and stuff because they were like, especially with like drug possession
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Wow.
So he made like this super long post, like so happy and thankful to be out and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm so embarrassed. And like,
Wow.
that's just,
No, I didn't hear about that.
that dude is fucking a drug addict.
Well, it's kind of crazy to think that stuff like that doesn't happen more often with people like that. Like, you know, he's doing drugs and doing all like whatever, and he's got money to do whatever the fuck he wants. It's crazy that that shit doesn't happen to rock stars
Yeah.
and shit more often.
Well, I was reading some like celebrities' comments and stuff about it, and it sounds like, you know, everyone was kind of giving them a like understanding, but also just this like, this is why you need to be ultra aware when you're overseas type of a thing. Like this shit flies in the United States, but it doesn't, especially, you know, when you're a white rapper in the United States. Like I'm sure he doesn't experience any of that, but overseas they don't play.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in possession of drugs and you're picking fights.
Right. Damn. But he's out now?
Yeah, I guess he's out now, but
Shit.
just had to bring that up.
Word.
All right. I think that concludes the podcast.
The first evening pod that'll
Or
be
wait,
out.
we got questions.
Oh,
I
dude.
can't forget the questions. We got 2 of them.
Yeah, I want to start only doing like 1 or 2 every session.
Word. I think we have more on Twitter, but I'm not really trying to. I don't think anyone heeded my instruction on that we need a video. Everyone keeps asking
Yeah,
questions, but they're not posting videos.
because we need the audio.
PSA, if you're going to ask a question on Twitter, you need to post a video so that we're not going to post your face or anything. If you want to just record a black screen, I don't care. But we need your voice to like record it onto the podcast in order to use it. Just a tweet is not going to work. Chi. First question.
Hey, my name's Chris. I'm from Canada, and I just wanted to know, with all the singles that Packy is releasing, I was wondering if that was all going to be building up to an album, or maybe only a few of them are going to be on an album, or maybe it's going to be like a multiple CD mixtape type thing. I just wanted to know what's going on with that.
That's for me to know and you guys to find out.
Wow. Very secretive.
I mean, I guess I can say no. None of the songs you've heard are going to go on an album. Like these things that you're hearing right now are singles.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it's leading up to something or not, that remains to be seen.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Thought you'd have some sound
Big
effects for me
fan.
there.
No, just letting it
My
hang.
name is Jared. I'm from my mama.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, my favorite rappers in order from the label. It goes Moe-T, and then everybody else.
Boom.
Let me know what your favorite rappers are.
Yeah.
Whatever order you got. I'm going to ask you the question everyone wants to know. Elevators or escalators? Thank you so much. Keep making dope music.
He sounds like Cyrus. Play that again.
Hey, yo, what's up? Big fan here. My name is Jared. I'm from my mama.
That is Cyrus.
So first and foremost, my favorite rappers in order from the label. It goes Moe-T and then everybody else. So let me know
Doesn't
what
it
your
kinda
favorite
sound like
rappers
Cyrus?
are in whatever order you got.
It does.
I'm going to ask you the question everyone wants
A
to know.
little.
Elevators or escalators? Thank you so much. Keep making dope music.
It sounds like him enough that like, but then it's not enough for me to be like, that's Cyrus.
Yeah, it's got like
The fact that he didn't
It
act,
is Cyrus.
he almost pulled. Like I literally thought of that at the very end.
I know. I don't know. I was kind of thinking that the entire time, but then I was just like, there were certain words that he said that it didn't sound like him.
Good try, Cyrus.
Valiant effort. Okay, well, my favorite. Cyrus, we've already had these discussions with you.
What was it? Favorite artists?
Mm.
I feel like we've already said that on the podcast a zillion times.
Mm-hmm. Favorite artist on the label.
He almost pulled one over on me there.
Favorite artist on the label.
Oh, on the label?
That's what
Is
he
that
was
what the
saying,
question was?
wasn't he?
Oh.
And then elevators or escalators.
Oh, he did say that. Escalators, way cooler. Are you? Better question.
Whoa.
Are you a person that? Well, first, go ahead and answer escalators or elevators.
Escalators.
Are you a person that walks on escalators, or do you just stand on them?
I just stand on them. Unless it's totally necessary for me to walk. Because the beauty
When
of
is it totally necessary? Like,
well, if you're in a hurry, yeah.
Well, okay. But no, just naturally, you're at the mall.
Well, what the hell's
You
the
hit
point?
I've gotten that before. I've heard people hate the people that walk on escalators.
I'm not one of those people though.
You don't care?
I don't care. But I personally, I'm just like, they put an escalator in here for a reason. I'm gonna chill out.
See, I'm a hybrid. I kind of like walk slowly. Like I'll take a step, maybe another step.
Is that because you're a cocaine addict, or
I don't know. Like I'm not just like walking upstairs, but I rarely just stay on the one step unless, and obviously we're talking if it's not like a full escalator. If there's people in front of me, I'm not getting around them and whatever, like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But if there's no one ahead of me, I'll say I'll take a few steps. I'll get there a little faster than I would if I just stood there. I'm not lazy.
Yeah, I'm only walking if I'm in a hurry, because then I get it, because it does get you up there faster.
Right.
But
And escalators can be kind of slow.
they can. Well, that's the thing though. If I'm on a really slow one, I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah. Stan Van Gundy got fired. Bye-bye. It's been real. Real fucking whack. You left us in a shitty situation, but at least you're gone.
You didn't let me answer who my favorite artist
Okay,
was.
go ahead. I just thought about that.
My favorite artist is
Packy.
no. That's whack.
On the label?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna answer?
I think it's gonna be an artist we sign in the future. I think all y'all are whack.
Can't believe I waited that long for that.
I know, it's kind of anticlimactic. I thought I had a better answer, but then I thought against it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off next time we're doing the pod. All right, what time are we putting this out in the morning?
Early, 8 o'clock.
Butter. I like it.
Okay. I think I'm going to intro out,
Or huh?
outro to Marcus's new song that he plans on releasing next week. Hey.
Okay.
And no, this is not it. This is not the thing. This is not the thing either. This is not it. No, it's not it.
Is my phone ringing?
What the freak is
that yours?
Yeah, that's me. All right, new Marcus Ryan.